Hello, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name's Save with Crypto, and the guy who's just rushed in the door below me is Maff. Hello, Maff. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. I hope you can hear me, because that literally was a bit of a rush. Yeah. Hear me okay? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Sorry, I just got sidetracked a bit actually by Scotty's comment. The Swiss love the buggies. I was just
Buggles.
is it meant to be Buggle? Yeah. I actually read that as the Buggles. As in video kill the radio stuff. But maybe I should read the rest of the comments a bit, because what's that? Oh, the buggies. Okay, never heard of them.
No.
Sorry. I don't know what he's talking
I think he
about.
bring
up the comment. Is that worth doing? Sorry, it's a very abstract start to the live stream. Apologies for that. But yeah, I heard you on the wireless back in 52. Oh, that sounds. Oh, it is the Buggles. Okay.
Yeah, it is. That's
lying awake and tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you. La la la. Oh, it is that. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah. It is that one.
That one.
Basically.
I've played it many times. It always used to go down very well. Not in the Swiss Alps, but in the French Alps. I've never done a gig in Switzerland actually, ever. Been there a few times, but
is that on your list of things that you want to achieve? Or?
Not really. No, it's just Switzerland's just Switzerland, isn't it? I mostly just drove through Switzerland, because you sort of go in one end and come out the other and go somewhere else, don't you? Really, because it's too expensive to hang around there. Although I did go to the Swissborg. Yeah, I did go to the Swissborg AGM in 2022, I think it was. That was good. Okay. In Lausanne. Anyway, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. So there's aeroplane traffic noise. Is that the thing? No, just aeroplane noise a lot. So I don't know if that's coming across at all. It's because I've got the window wide open, and frankly, I'm not going to close it. But it does mean that there'll be external noise coming in the meantime. So hopefully that's not. Well, hopefully it's less disruptive than I've been so far. Put it that way.
So I can't hear anything. I've got the window open as well, but it's mostly just. I don't know. There's a lot of like boy racers in in hot hatches. I don't really have them anymore, do they? Like XR2s and that sort of thing. I don't know, little Golfs and stuff. They seem like things with very noisy exhausts. And,
either because they put the wider exhaust on it, or because there's a hole in the exhaust. But in either case,
yeah. Anywho, right. Welcome everybody. Is anybody here, by the way? Is it just Scotty?
I've got a few. I've got a few.
Oh no, not doing too bad.
Not bad for Thursday. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right. I always thought, it was Buggles and not the Buggles, but it is actually the Buggles. I think I used to tell the singer in our band. It's not the Buggles, it's Buggles, and God, he was right. Anyway, I'm never going to mention that ever again. Anyway, see, I'm not always right. Anyway,
I wonder if was he just silently kind of shaking his head, not even going to argue it.
I just probably just said something rude, knowing him, and
probably
something derogatory towards me, like "shut up, you're wrong." Anyway,
shut up. Yeah,
that's the way bass players get treated. It's disgusting. Bass players' lives matter. Anyway,
well, it's true. I mean, it's one of those things. Actually, I was going to say something that could have ended up seeming very derogatory, but there's a thing that they say about sysadmins. See, I'm going ahead to say it anyway.
Okay.
But there's a thing about sysadmins in companies looking after all the IT stuff.
Right.
The idea is that you you only, like, normally you don't notice them, but when they're absent and you need them there, then all of a sudden you really know that they exist, you know, that you notice that you need them. But I imagine it's sort of the same, because like a band being rude to bass players, if they didn't have a bass player, they would really know about it, like because the music is like the foundation on which everything else sits, really, isn't it? So
I'm glad you appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway,
no. It is. You know, bass and drums, engine room. That's what I always thought. You know, and so we're there holding it down, just while the other people just fanny about. You know, and
jumping around, taking all the glory. You know.
Yeah. And you know, we're there. The thing is, you can't. There's not many breaks in bass lines, you know, because you're like normally like sort of, you know, the bass is normally in there most of the time, sort of thing. Like, you know, people like guitarists, they get to go sort of diddly diddly, and then sort of, you know, they'll have whole sections where they don't play nothing, so they can just sort of hang around and pose a bit, you know. And as a bass player, it's really hard to sort of like, you know, get your hands off the thing, you know. It just never happens really.
Sort of, wow, and then arm in the air kind of thing. Well, you could, but
you never get the opportunity
to, you know.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, you just never get the opportunity to. Anywho, I don't know what's going on with this Bitcoin thing actually. It's. I tell you what was good. Yesterday, I did a fairly rushed and what's the word? Sorry, my internet's crap as usual. No, it wasn't really panicky. It was just sort of, I don't know, like didn't really know what I was talking about really as usual. But
don't
the one thing I was looking for,
I beg to differ, honestly. Just
okay, just as all the audience just leave and think, well, I'm not staying here. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm out of here.
Anyway, where was it? Wednesday, wasn't it? Wednesday at 13 o'clock. No, what? Yeah, that was good. Because I have noticed this. I've mentioned it a few times actually, and of course it's to do with my my favourite, the old cross of the 21 and 55 EMA. So the yellow one here is a 21 EMA, and the green one is a 55. And what I've noticed is, you know, obviously what we have noticed over the years that we've been playing with these is that when they do cross bullish, you know, the price does go up generally. You know, it signifies the start of a, you know, a nice trend normally.
Was it certainly a confirmation?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and what I noticed is on the 5 minute time frame, it's quite tradable for like a scalp type thing, because it's normally quite a big reaction. And so I'll start my live stream here at like hang on, can you see? Yeah, you can see that. Yeah. So I started the live stream at, what was it, 1 o'clock? No, that's not it. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, 1 o'clock there, and I'm saying hopefully we'll get this cross of these EMAs actually, and this was making me think that this was making me think that the PPI data yesterday was going to be good, and it was, and I always find that a bit uncanny actually, sort of, you know, because literally, what time was that? That was pretty much as I was finishing up the stream really. And the price got the PPI data, that was good, and boom, off it went, and that was quite good. That was, and yeah. So don't ever, you know, fade the idea of the 5 minute time frame for these EMA crosses, because it's really good. And of course, you know, what
I was going to say, is it the same on the 6? I was going to say that, and then I thought, well, that's not very interesting, but it's just that the 6 is often touted as, for like, you know, the quad stochastic retracement oscillator type thing. 6 is meant to be very good, isn't it, for that? But is there that
Oh, is
actually
it?
that much of a
Okay.
difference? Because it was always like the 3, the 6, and probably the 12. I think 12-minute.
Okay. Well, that one gave the cross. The 6 gave the cross at 13.42, and the 5.
You'd imagine it would be a little bit sooner.
13.40. So yeah. So
Okay.
that it was 2 minutes faster on the 5.
Yeah. And probably the 4-minute will be that bit sooner, and so it's going to be like faster reacting, isn't it? By the nature of it. So
yeah,
I think I understand now why you like the 1-minute time frame.
Well, yeah, and yeah, I suppose so. 13. Yeah, they crossed pretty much after the news, actually. So yeah. Anyway, so well, regardless of what, pick one of those time frames. This is obviously our indicator, Quadzilla. That's what it looks like without it, and then with it, it adds both the momentum oscillator down the bottom and lots of things up the top, including those EMAs and also these amazing retracement levels here. So look how good this one was. It's great. So there's the old PPI, boom, and then it went up there to like 65, 510. I wasn't along from down here, actually, and I did take like a big chunk of profit up here, and then the rest of it I thought I'll just hang on to it, and I kind of got distracted and I round tripped the rest of it, and that but I did make a little bit of profit anyway. But
I mean that's pretty amazing how the retracement level there obviously got met, and there was also the super up kind of agreed with it at that point where it touched down and lifted off again. I mean, it didn't lift up for very long, but in any case, it's still technically correct, isn't it? Like it got down there, and that there was a bounce. Just in the grander scheme of things, it was overall a downtrend, but like a little bounce within that.
Yeah, it did indeed bounce, and it went up to this bearish retracement here. So it did what it's supposed to do. It went up there, touched that, came down, started coming. There's actually the little green one there, isn't there? Which obviously worked as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then there's another. I mean, this is great, isn't it? Like another red one here. So obviously that came down, went back up again, and then came down. And it's been doing that kind of like going down the stairs type thing. But came back here, went back up there. When was that? That was this morning, early hours of this morning. So yeah, we always get the Asian dump, don't we? Sort of, like hideous o'clock in the morning. You get the Asian dump, and then it goes back up for when the UK sort of start. Well, when the London session starts, really, isn't it? And then it
kind of mean that. yeah. I mean, does that kind of mean that? So the Asian market tends to be very negative. Is that? I think that. Because obviously it does happen pretty regularly.
I don't know. I probably need to do a bit more research into that. But it does always seem that the low points are always like, for us, it's kind of like 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning, which is like right bang in the. Actually, that's the first. So the Asian session starts for us in the UK at 1 o'clock in the morning, doesn't it? So I suppose you're talking like 2 or 3 hours into it. It's not always a dump, though. I think, to me, it always seems like it's a dump, but I know there have definitely been some pumps. I'm going to get this door before it slams. Hang on. So I could see the door blowing in the wind. It was going to do. It was going to do a big slam.
You could tell that.
Anyway. And since then, it's been. I mean, it doesn't seem to matter which time frame you look at it on with these small ones, but even here with this 4 minute, it's gone back up there. It's completed that part 3 of that. Anyway, so we're back down here now, back down at what we are, 64k. So this is coming in for this bullish retracement here. And I don't know how relevant it is. It's probably me being quite desperate for something for a thumbnail. But we've got the retail sales month on month at 130. Does that ever do anything?
Don't know. I mean,
might do, mightn't it?
Go over a couple of things. So obviously there's the jobless claims. Just looking at a thing, don't you? Jobless claims. Yeah, that's that, isn't it? 1:30 UK time. Consensus generally anticipates claims to remain steady or show a slight uptick, reflecting a cooling labour market. So if it's going to be higher than expected, that would typically weaken the US dollar, which you'd expect to kind of, well, in fact, yeah, it would also lower Treasury yields, but that would be a bullish catalyst for risk assets, including Bitcoin and equities and gold. They're not really risk assets, though, are they? But it'd be, in any case, bullish for all three of those. Because so basically, if there's a strong labour market, then it's like it might kind of reinforce like higher for longer interest rate policies. That just contradicted itself. Sorry. I say that personally affronted by that. Because it's saying higher than expected claims for the oh, sorry, yeah, that way around. It's jobless claims, isn't it? So if the jobless are claiming more, then then the labour market is weaker. So we want more people out of work, please, if you don't mind. Actually, I mustn't say that.
So that's not people claiming to be jobless. That's people who are jobless who are claiming.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So yeah. Whereas if the jobless claims are down, then yeah, it's going to probably mean interest rates stay the same or start to go up anyway. So weird old world, isn't it? How it all works, really. So that's that. Oh yeah. So also 1:30, the US retail sales month on month expected to show flat or marginal growth, indicating softening consumer demand. The consumers are softening, getting softer. Soft in the head they are. So the market impact from that would be like a weaker print supporting the narrative. I should pick my phone up so I'm not just like looking down. This is how I put, if I was reading the news on TV, I would just be like, and then there's war in Iran, and so just hold it up. There we go. That's my auto cue. God, focus.
What you don't want to do is put your phone in front of your face like that. So
yeah,
especially if you're on the news.
Exactly. Yeah. Is all phone face again. So, the news at 10 read to you today by Phone Face. Anyway, it goes on. There's a bunch of stuff. I should probably actually read it, shouldn't I? Because that's kind of the point. Expectations for I scroll down. So it's ECB interest rate decision. So US retail sales month on month, 1:30 today, which is in 9 minutes. If it's weaker, then that supports the narrative of a slowing economy, raising expectations for the Federal Reserve to cut rates. Okay, so this is one of the things about Bitcoin and all that stuff, isn't it? From an investing point of view, that we generally want the economy to be weaker, so that interest rates are brought down and thus Bitcoin goes up in value. So there's something a little bit wrong seeming there, but in any case, if that's how it is, so there's that. So we'll find out what that is in 8 minutes, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Also, oh wow, okay. 1:15. Oh, so we should already know, actually, ECB interest rate decision, European Central Bank, I guess that's why they're earlier, widely expected to hold rates steady, with markets scrutinizing the press conference for forward guidance on autumn cuts. Market impact, a dovish tone from the ECB could strengthen the US dollar relatively, makes sense, creating temporary headwinds for Bitcoin USD. Okay, yeah, kind of a knock-on. That's a knock-on effect of a knock-on effect, isn't it? The global liquidity expansion generally favors crypto assets. Okay, then the last one is not happening today. That was the FOMC policy meeting, but that's 28th to 29th of July at 7 p.m. BST. What are we on there? 16th. Okay. Oh, that's a long way away then. Okay. So there you go. A little news events update thing.
Well done. Thank you very much. That was
thank you.
That was all good to know, actually. But that ECB, whatever it was, that seemed to make no difference whatsoever. So no one cares about Europe anyway.
No, actually, it's just like what? Yeah, big shrug, you know. Yeah.
So what do you reckon to that new Walsh fella? Then have you seen him? Have you seen him talk?
No, but I haven't yet. I mean, as in haven't seen his. He did a speech, didn't he? But so far he seems to be his own man, which I think is good. He's not like, so he kind of didn't just go in and automatically reduce interest rates, you know, like as instructed. So I think that's kind of good that he's there more for actually strengthen the US economy and so on. So yeah.
My thoughts about it is when people ask him questions, some of them are like really irrelevant, and whereas Jerome Powell used to go, well, that's not something I can comment on. Kevin Walsh sort of goes, okay, well, what we're doing about that, and he sort of like almost answers every question, and I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the best use of his time.
No, it's kind of the question. Then the journalists in the room, about like what the hell are they doing? You know, they're in a privileged position there, really, being there. Yeah,
and there seems to be a lot of people who gosh, be careful how I say this, but a lot of people who are asking questions who are black and asking him about black issues, you know, which he's responding to, you know,
gentrification, that kind of thing, I guess.
It's to do with them being treated differently and that sort of thing, you know. And I always have a little problem with that, because I think, you know, if white people started doing that and say, you know, I don't really see why white people are treated differently, you know, I think someone would have something to say about it. But anyway,
that's a whole other discussion. That's probably a Scottish discussion.
But for sure, yeah. But it's the sort of thing where, like, I think that's probably not what he's there for, you know. And like, although he's, you know, he's answering the questions well, and he's always very, you know, gives favourable answers, I think that's probably not what he's there for, you know. And I think Jerome Powell would have just gone, well, that isn't something we can talk about in this talk, you know. And you know, and also he doesn't say well anchored as often as Jerome Powell used to. I used to love it when he said well anchored.
Yeah, for sure. Should you have a very quick look through the comments, because there's been activity?
Please.
Sure. Because I did also put the comments feed up onto the screen as well, just because I think so. Quite often people watching on different platforms, you don't, even if you've got the comments window open or whatever, you don't get to see all the comments. So obviously, if you're a bit lonely on some platform or other, there is activity on the other platform, so that probably helps. Just you can see them all. So
I've just made it smaller as well.
From the top, top-ish. Yeah. So now that's from you, isn't it? Now that, Scotty, it's like I'm putting on your voice. Now that How do you talk? Do you want to just read it and I'll pretend I'm doing the impression? just...
I can't really do an impression of myself, but being from Staffordshire,
that's amazing. But that's spot on.
I do have short. I know, I can do, yeah. Now that Scotty is a song that I've played thousands of times, very popular in the Alps. There you go. Sounds just
Bang
like
on.
me.
Yeah. You should totally be an impressionist. So the Swiss loves the buggies, as in buggles. Oh, I guess we had all that conversation. Sorry, backward. Hello, Kaz. Welcome. Better late than never. That's the thing. So welcome in any case. KB, afternoon, guys. Hello. Welcome as well. And President Trump will meet with US senators today to discuss crypto market structure bill, aka the Clarity Act. Yeah, okay. Amazing that's well, I suppose it's still being pushed through, isn't it? But I think when that does make it through, whatever amendments end up in it, let's push that through. Then obviously stable coins are going to, well, they're not going to send, are they? They're going to remain stable. But I think the amount of just actual value, real world value that gets pushed into stable coins is going to send big time, I think, because all of a sudden there's going to be clarity and so on, and then become actually a useful thing and so on. So that can only, well, I say that can only, let me just say it and then I'll probably disagree with myself, but that can only be bullish for Bitcoin and crypto in general, but probably not, because just tend to confound expectations in that way, but should be bullish. I think that's what I'm trying to say there, because generally when you see exchanges particularly loading up with stablecoin value, stablecoins is then that obviously then tends to get pushed into the actual crypto assets, so that can only push the price up, right? So there's that. What have we got? Scotty cracks knuckles. Goes right through me when people crack their knuckles. Don't be doing that.
I don't like it.
So I think that was about your discussion that you brought up. Sorry, I'm losing it slightly. Anyway, Earth. Oh yeah. Hello, Ozzy. G'day. And welcome. Expect volatility. I think so. One of these days, there's not going to be volatility. Then we'll all be in trouble. So,
okay. Well, that retail sales thing, forecast was 0.2, actual 0.2. So exactly as predicted. Oh, that was the retail sales thingy.
Oh, okay.
So that was no change. So
no change. Okay. It did say expected to show flat or marginal growth, so indicating softening consumer demand. So yeah, that might be good. Because it's a slowing economy, raising expectations for the Fed to cut rates. So nice in that sense, purely in that sense. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'd gone down to the 1 minute there, and literally it just went up there, finished that step 3 of that retracement there, and then came back down again. So that's all we got there.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's pinpointed.
I don't know. What? Sorry.
It pinpointed that, didn't it? Absolute pinpoint.
It did. It keeps doing it. It keeps doing it. Anyway, should we? Do you want to have a chat about the charts? Should we do a bit of that?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Bitcoin price is predicted for you. Save with crypto and maff.
jolly
I
good.
just realised
Okay.
my internet's gone super slow again, as usual. Anyway.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Do hope it improves. So, yeah. So
Okay.
Quadzilla, what's that? Get Quadzilla, blah blah blah. You know the score. And I think maybe I'll just. Oh, you know what? Well, we're on. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the liquidation heat map. Haven't looked at that for a while, mainly because I haven't done a live stream for a little while, I think. That did refresh. I'll hit refresh again. So just on the 24-hour initially, how mid is that? Middle of the range? Just could go up, could go down on that. It's just like, because obviously there being liquidity in both directions, it's kind of, I mean, if something was going to tip the scale, then I guess there's higher liquidity to the upside versus the downside, but it's not that convincing, is it? I mean, it does kind of suggest that we could see a bit more of a pump here. If we go to, say, let's try the monthly. See. See that suggesting downside. You know, big drop to 60. It's not that big a drop really. A drop to 60, and then just tromp all the way. Was it liquidity? Isn't it? So slurp all the way down to off the chart really. So don't know. Just at the moment, the liquidation heat map isn't really kind of telling us much in particular about, unless it simply means that we're going to just see more ranging for a while. Like just going back to 24, right? I don't know, go to the, excuse me, for a bit of variety, I'll just go to the 48 hour. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, we could see a bit of ranging between thusly 64.5. We're not far off that now, are we? Is it 64.1? So maybe up to 65, and down this way, kind of 63 maybe, or further down. But so I'm kind of seeing like maybe a sort of doop ranging. It might be kind of like there might be expansion if we do see that. So like obviously it's a very tight range. Obviously this is only 24 hours, that whole thing. But in any case, been a very tight range there, as it has been all, well, not there. I suppose, yeah, so this could end up doing a bit more of that, where there was that expansion between those, until it finally kind of chose a bit of a direction, but not really. It's down a bit, but you know, that whole thing is just a lengthy range, isn't it? Anyway, starting to ramble, let's go to this. So I thought what might be quite good on here is just a quick look at, so kind of whiplash time, really going from the just kind of the liquidation heat map, looking at the lower time frame, to this, which is up on the 2-day. Kind of the question of just have we bottomed out yet overall? And I mean, obviously not. You know, there's a long way to go, I think, you know, to the downside. But that said, I think as a kind of approximate maybe gauge of that, if we look at this in terms of, actually, what was that? Okay, yeah, I think that was from a previous live stream whenever it was, that just pointing out that we were kind of in a downtrend there, and we would really need to break above that to go into an uptrend. It has started to go into a little miniature uptrend on there, and that, you know, it's broken out of that downtrend, but on the much broader scale, in the scheme of things, could look at it like, you know, overall sort of trend thing. So like the highest high, the highest of all highs, the lower high, and, you know, conversely just the low. Maybe that was kind of one there as well, but, you know, kind of, in which case kind of that, that can drop down to there. That must have seemed a bit like that was quite bottomy at 57. Nevertheless, we've now just seen another lower low. Or Rene and so on, another lower low and down. But the price has also just dipped up into this box that I drew in whenever, because that tied back to that ranging way back in like March 2024, and since then it's kind of, well, since it peaked, it's now come back down in also just ranging in that exact same area. Amazing. And come back down, failed to reclaim that, even just that range, and now that's the bottom of that range is now kind of resistance. So it's got to break above there into there. There's obviously probably a big bunch of sell orders just lurking right there. So it's got to break through those. And yeah, so it's that. So I've left that box on there because I think it still holds up as something that even should we break up through into that, then we might even see a bit of ranging within that. Maybe, I suppose, we could look at this in terms of how do we break? How do we know that we're now breaking to the upside? So, given that downtrend marked out by the lower lows and the lower lows and lower highs and so on, at the top of that one that reached up to, actually, what, it's reading the high of that candle, which is 97.9. This one, just draw that in, and that candle, probably the more important one of those two at the moment, 82.8, and yeah, okay, could similarly draw if we want to. I don't know really. Maybe those we could maybe draw that in any case. Even that one. Let's do that. So I was going to draw in that one, but then I think it'll just get a bit confusing along there. Yeah, so for a confirmation that the price has reversed and we're now seeing higher highs, i.e. an uptrend, then we kind of need to get above there, don't we? Which is whatever price I said, which was 82.8. So 82,814. Yeah, that one. We're kind of still a way off there, aren't we? So
yeah,
and as I say, that it's got to break through that area as well. I mean, so might see a bit of that, and then whether it rejects and heads down, or break through and then to the moon by like December, January. Probably not, but in any case, two scenarios. I suspect that one's more likely. I just you can kind of tell that it's just going to. I don't know. I'm saying you can tell, but there's an inherent bias in that, isn't there? Just everyone's expecting the price to break further down because that's kind of what everyone's saying, 45k ish. So that probably is what will end up happening, and then everyone pretty much will probably be saying, just as I predicted, blah blah blah. I'll be one of them. I'll be claiming that as well. But price hits around about 45 and then bottoms out. But yeah, maybe because everyone's expecting that, it'll just not do that. It'll confound everyone and do something like this instead. So there'll be a big lot of short liquidations at that point. Shorts liquidated, and which might well cause something of a explosive move to the upside. Just a kind of runaway effect, That's that. Yeah. What else we got? Got Space Catty. Hello there. Sorry, I'm late. welcome and no problem at all. And so,
it's funny how people apologise for being late, isn't it? It's quite funny.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
That's interesting. Yeah. I just set up a new, I moved to a different theme on Linux Mint here, but now, so I like the gradient backdrop it's put into the menu, but now because I accidentally right-clicked and now I can't get rid of that. So I literally can't get rid of that. I wonder if I do that. Oh, it's still there. That's great. Close. I had to close TradingView. Bring it back now. I have to be very careful not to right-click, otherwise everything just goes to shit. There's many things I love about Linux. One or two things like that just drive me up the wall. But then there's stuff in Windows. I wouldn't say stuff in Mac OS because it's, based. Yeah, I agree. I mean, to be fair, Linux Mint is kind of it's almost like the soft option in a way. For people who are so used to Windows and don't want to have to drop down to the terminal command line too often, is that sort of distribution. Right. So anyway, should we drop to a lower time frame and have a little look around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
it's
people
a bit
watching.
of a dump at the moment.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, people who are watching, whichever platform that you're watching on, do like and comment and things like that. I noticed on here we're getting there's a variety of. It doesn't really show exactly which X platform that people are on, but anyway, a variety of YouTube people and X people. Not X people. Crikey, how are we supposed to, X is such an unfortunate name. Why did he rename it to X? Anyway, so I forgot. Oh yeah, lower time frame. Sorry, let's do that. 3 minutes. There's whiplash again, isn't it? Just let's do this. Oh, and let's bring in. Bring that up. Bring that in. Good old Quadzilla. So okay. It is. You're right. What was the other results? Oh no, because we had the US retail sales, which should have been bullish. Then the jobless claims, I think, was the other one, which was also 130. Okay. I'm using Arch Linux because my stupid Wi-Fi driver is only on what's that? Oh, Arch. Is that Arch? What's I don't know what I get. Is that their package management system? I guess on Arch. But I do like Mint. My mum uses it and she loves it. That's pretty cool. I think more people should use Linux. We should all suffer together. That's the thing. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Linux.
I did use it once, and then I decided
once was
it was,
enough.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Well, I use computers to do stuff. I don't use computers to sort of make computers work, and like it was just a massive task every day just to get things working, So I don't know. Wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I mean, I've got a mate who kind of says that as well. He's very, very technically minded, but resolutely just uses Windows because most of the time it just works, and kind of said he just doesn't want that constant feeling like he's just fighting the system, as it were, fighting the OS just to get anything done. I don't know. I just hugely dislike all of the spyware and stuff that's they get in Windows and probably Mac OS as well, but particularly Windows 11 just went horribly just off the rails or whatever for that stuff. So I mean, I believe it's sailfish. Was that you're saying? What's sailfish like? I don't know what sailfish is. So apologies for that. But plot twist: Linux Mint just works if you're a normal user. Yeah, definitely. It really does. Trouble is, I'm not a normal user. I'm quite strange. I don't know, but it's
abnormal.
Abnormal. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Like so, but even it's just things like doing live streams or like wanting to record videos, getting video editing software to use the graphics card, getting websites to use the graphics card, like again for video editing and AI particularly, and things like that. There's such weirdness in there that's the point where you kind of start brushing up against the edge of what people commonly use, I think. But they're not things that I would have considered to be edge cases in any case. But even so, I believe it's Sailfish, the OS that will be used on the new Commodore callback dumb phone that I may be purchasing. Nice. Sailfish is still in development. Okay. Commodore. That so makes me want an Amiga phone, Commodore Amiga phone. Wouldn't that be incredible? It's a Commodore, it's the Amiga OS on a phone, and that's the entirety of it. Obviously modernized, but that'd be incredible. Just seems so, the perfect platform to sort of play retro games on, and just I don't know, just do stuff that probably isn't very useful these days. That's what everybody needs. Anyway, 3-minute chart. Sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent, but good. It's recovered actually. Kind of bottomed out. Got a nice green bar, suggesting upside. Their convergence band down here, part of the oscillator, the quad stochastic oscillator, has flipped nearly. Kind of needs the fast the red momentum oscillator to overtake above the white, which is the weighted average. I think once it does that, and once the red is racing to the upside, that'll be a stronger confirmation that that's going to continue to the upside and not just kind of come back down. As it is, the EMAs are being a little bit slow to react at that, but because I think just because there was all of that, sort of feel like maybe if that drop hadn't been so extreme, if it had been like half of that depth, then these would probably already be coming round. It's maybe one way to look at that. But in any case, two green bars in a row. The shading on the convergence band is showing green, which suggests upward strength. That's intentionally kind of based on it, so that's not really a prediction at all. That's just a reflection of what is a little handy visual reference of what the momentum is currently up to, and it's currently up to being green, which is kind of good. The red is, I think we've got a mid-range cross just there, which means that the red has just crossed above the white, but probably just by a pixel, I think. Should do that. I mean, it's rushed up. It's met it. So it'll be interesting to see what then happens after that, I think. Anyway, so it's carrying on up. Okay, I guess that was kind of what this was indicating down here. So, and we have a bearish retracement level there, which is at 64.1. Not that far away, given we're on the 3-minute time frame, I suppose. That level, so where that bullish retracement level was, that was perfection, by the way. That came down, doink, wick down to the upside. So that completed pretty well. But in any case, that level that it plotted is basically also, I should draw it in, just on top of there. You can kind of see, obviously bounced there, bounced several times along that there, and then broke down below it. So you could expect that to be kind of an important level coming back up, in the sense that, assuming that keeps going, then might do that, and then try again. Maybe something like that. Not saying that will happen, but I think it's a fairly plausible scenario that something like that might play out. Should see go even deeper into the I was going to say the matrix, not really the matrix. Was the other one into the inception? Whoops. Interesting that. Oh, okay. That was a retracement level, isn't it, on the 3 minute? There's a what's the retracement level there on the 1 minute? And even though, so the 3 minute one is bearish, but what it essentially means is that that's in its step 2, which is because you'd expect there to be kind of, for there to be the up, which hasn't happened yet, and then the step 3 would be triggered when it comes back down into the down, and then waiting for the up. So this is currently waiting for the price to come up to it, and then do the next thing. On the 1 minute, this bullish retracement level is in its step 3, and that way round, it's kind of expected in there the up, which is going to happen very quickly, and then down, and now it's expecting the price to come back up for the step 3 and then do whatever. So there's actually agreement there, because both are expecting the price to come back up to that level now. And just below that, also on the 1 minute, we've got that one. Well, so that's coming back down, but it's bounced off the 9 EMA, and as long as it stays above the 9 EMA, then that's still like game on for for further upside there. We're at scalping levels, obviously, for this, but also a super up, perfectly marked out there, where the price absolutely just kind of pivoted and headed to the upside. So that's kind of good. Just need to. It's going to stop the screen share just for a second, because I need to. Oh no, actually, I don't need to. Sorry, that's fine. It's just a work thing. I need to make sure I'm monitoring stuff there a little bit. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah. So we covered the higher time frames. We covered the very low time frames. Maybe should look at the 1 hour. Do you think, just to try and balance it out a little bit?
Yeah. It's always good.
No time about AQUS. Yeah. I've heard of that. I can't remember what it is. I remember seeing a thing about it, and then it went out of my mind. I went out of my mind. I don't know. Long story short, expect volatility. Yeah, price might go up, price might go down, or price might range. So, as ever, I think we're always just looking for confirmation of the next steps, rather than it is going to do this or that. It's just like, what are the confirmation levels and so on. But I mean, to be honest, maybe on the 1 hour, we find those. Aussie has 100% correct predictions. How is he doing that? Yeah, I don't know. So on here then, Okay, sorry. Let's go back to that. Actually, let's do reset. Oh, Alt R does that. Okay, didn't realize. Alt R, handy. It works. So, right. On the 1 hour, you can kind of see in this how, like right up close, virtually, how the price just dipped up into that area, which is quite order blocky, really. The one we were covering on the 2-day time frame, and just rejected down. Those are obviously what I was drawing in on the lower time frames. So the 1 hour is showing the step 3 of that retracement, of the bearish retracement there. So the step 3 of the bearish retracement is expecting the price to come back down and probably drop lower. But we have the step 2 of the bullish retracement, which is also expecting the price to come down and bounce. So we could well see if that works out. Depending what this does just here, and obviously we've got a potential cross of the 21 and the 55 to the downside, obviously higher time frame, on the 1 hour. So yeah, anyway, we might expect to see a bit more at this scale. It would look like ranging movement, I think, rather than any particular upward trend, and then maybe bounce off there, down through there, and then because this will be expecting further downside, down to there-ish, zup, and then maybe that, as we tend to hope, that's possible. If I stopped there, that'd be a very, very cursory look at the 1 hour. But in any case, I think it's kind of going to be that. I think if these EMAs do cross to the downside, that'd be a pretty good confirmation, I think, that there's going to be further downside. The sort of weighted average thingamajigs, sorry, of the momentum oscillator is kind of working its way down. Red has already got to oversold. It's kind of nudging down to that at the moment, but it could sort of work its way down. And then so I think that might well be the case. That would need to come down below here before we see some sort of like big reversal to the upside. So the mouth of Quadzilla is opening in 4 hours. Does that mean there's an acceleration of the trend? I mean, the two lines are widening. Okay, so I prefer this version. It's on the 4 hour. Have a look. Do you mean down here, these ones, or up here, the EMAs? So like the momentum oscillator, momentum lines, or EMA lines. In any case, I suppose that that really is widening. Maybe it is this one, because in the oscillator, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think this is very similar actually to what I was saying, except here the fastest moving of the oscillators has already found its way down into oversold, and the slower moving one, it is still gradually making its way down. So that rocketed down, didn't it? Really, it was obviously that downward price movement there that kind of precipitated that. But again, it's just seeming like we probably expect to see this, the slow moving oscillator line make its way down before we kind of see a significant price reversal just there. just seems like down, doesn't it? It's kind of what I'm seeing from that. So there is maybe I should draw it. Yeah, I was going to draw this line from there, but given we've also got those there, that I don't know. There's okay. I'm just going to draw this line in. Sorry. We've got we've hit the line there. Where's that? God damn it! Go away. How do I just hide? Thank you. Not all of it. That's right. So so kind of hit it there, bounced, went to the upside, came down, touched again. Could well see the price come down to there again, and maybe a bounce from there. If that happens, and we bounce, great. But keep in mind there is that significant line from some other time frame that we were looking at earlier. We might see the price come down to there, and this retracement level just there at 59. Thinking in terms of the just completion of these kind of market structures, because there was very much that was kind of ranging there down, broke above, now it's come back down within that range. If it breaks down below that, it's probably going to be this. Actually, depends what's on the left of that. Could be that range. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, probably more accurately where the retracement level is. So the range, now that it's back down, is kind of within there. That kind of level. Oops. That's fine. Within that sort of level, or if it comes down, then it's probably going to be then within that level, pretty much that, I think, potentially, or depending how it then reacts, how much volatility there actually is. It could be sort of, that could be the range, probably up a bit to include those, which is quite a range, isn't it? From top to bottom, that way around, it's about 6%. What would it be that way? Not that different. There you go. So despite all of this happening, we are kind of range bound at the moment still, and it's felt like that for quite a while, I think. It's all been like sort of between 60-ish and 64-ish, 65-ish maybe, for quite a long time, I think. Maybe just zap that at least. If we looked at what are we looking at? Oh yeah, I was going to zoom out a little bit on here just to have a look at that in terms of it being range bound. So, I mean, well, this bit for sure. What's that? I mean, obviously dips below it a bit, but basically 60k, give or take a few dollars. Up to kind of. Actually, okay, 67, but that wicked up. But maybe from there, kind of 66. Now, kind of obviously 64. It's just within that 60 to mid to upper 60s kind of range. I mean that was since near the start of June. Just waiting for a breakout, one way or the other, and I think probably whichever way it breaks out first is probably going to be a fake out, and then just move in the opposite direction. If it came all the way up to there, 76, I'd be a bit surprised. That would actually flip the downward trend thing that I was talking about at the start. all this, and that was on, well, I suppose the same, pretty much, because on here, yeah, I don't know, yeah, it's got to stay in a downtrend, it's got anywhere up to like 82k, 82.5k to play with. So as in the price could do like a whole bunch of that and technically still be in a downtrend, you know. So from here it might seem uptrendy, well, not that far. It might seem uptrendy until it does that, you know, fakes everyone out. We think, yeah, that's it, we're back on new bull market and so on, but then just does that probably more steeply as well. But in any case, that's probably about it, I think.
Okay.
Oh, there was one thing I wanted to very quickly show, but I just need to do this. I need to share a tab, I think, in order to include sound. It's another Linux thing, actually. For some reason, it doesn't handle the if I'm sharing a full screen through basically through StreamYard, then it can't include the sound. But if I just share a browser tab or the whole window, then it's fine. Yeah. I think so. There you go. I'm just gonna close it. Actually, what was Space Catty saying? So more time we're in the range, the most violent, so the movements later to the right. Very interesting. It could be. I wasn't really saying that, but that seems like a maybe. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Is that true? Is it right?
More time we're in the range, the more violent are the movement later. I don't know, to be honest. Off the top of my head, I don't
might suggest that it's probably not the case. But
yeah, because I know everything. I don't think that's necessarily the case. Obviously, if if you're looking at patterns and stuff, and you're like, you're squashing into a triangle or something like that, then those things do break out more violently when they're coiled up, But as far as just as far as just being in a range, I don't think so particularly. Yeah.
So I'm gonna try.
Sorry, that wasn't a very good answer, was it?
Terrible. Sorry, I don't know. It's fine. Just, when people don't
know why I bother.
Someone to agree wholeheartedly, it's like, I mean, am I in the wrong? Frankly, yes. Just well, you're not supposed to say that. So anyway, yeah, this is actually, I'll just hide the comments just for a sec. This also in case anyone says anything negative about this, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm kind of sharing this a bit too early because I haven't put out the video yet. But there'll be a video. I think it's going to be tomorrow. Now there's so much editing to do on it, and I'm working as well. Got to do work first. But in any case, this is what I mentioned the other day: global thermonuclear tiddlywinks, or GTT. So it's at maftopia.com/GTT. It's live now. I'm still kind of tweaking it a little bit. Is that playing music? No. It should be. Why is there no? Oh no. It's going to do a force refresh. Oh, maybe I'll turn it up. Okay. It's broken already. Why is that not playing music? It's going to go to full screen. What if I just... Can you hear sounds from that at all?
Nothing.
Nothing. What am I going to do? I think it's because of the screen share. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. It's just
it probably is because of the screen share.
Yeah, because it's fine in any case. So but this is going to be grand. Just like showing this off, and oh, you know what? Do you want to? If you got time, do you fancy just going to this page? If you wanted to screen share that, because I think it'll probably work for you.
I'll see.
So it's maftopia.com/ and then GTT. And just give that a bit of a play around there.
Okay.
Not a bad reply from it. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, sir. Is France fixed? It's not big enough. Probably not.
Right. So am I sharing this tab or?
Oh, that's me still. But I'll unshare me.
Oh.
And share there.
There is noises.
Okay, brilliant. But I can't hear them.
Can you not hear that?
No.
Weird.
But in any case, if you see the little full screen button at the top right of the widget, where you've got new game, and then to the right of that there's a full screen button. It's quite subtle. Yeah. So if you click that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And okay.
I've done that.
Oh, Space Cat is saying I hear, but it's very low pitch sound. Okay. If you click. Sorry, I just spat at my own screen. Anyway, I'm glad that didn't hit the camera lens and then start to drool down it or something. Anyway, if you if you click computer a couple of times, plus computer, it's like adding a few more computer players.
Actually, I know someone called John Carter.
Okay, yeah, and but Beowulf, if you want to, you can rename that to Save or something, or SWC, or leave it as Beowulf, even up to you. So you can set different playing styles for the computer players and how capable their tiddlywink flicking is. And so if you click begin, there's also, you can choose globe earth or flat earth in there as well. So I think it's your turn first and you're the red players. So you can click and drag down at the bottom left, you're in red. Oh, you knocked him into the water. Didn't want to do that. Huh?
I didn't mean to do that. Oh no,
it's very slow.
That wasn't a good start, was
it? oh, you lost both of them. The update isn't happening greatly. I think you're out of the game.
Oh. I am, yeah.
Yeah, it just carries on playing amongst itself because there's multiple players. So if you wanted to, you could launch a game that's only got computer players and just watch them battle it out. But,
okay.
But yeah, it's basically Rith, but with tiddlywinks, and you can combine pieces and turn them into nuclear bombs. I challenge everyone to attack Portugal, Argentina, maybe. Am I right? No, not really. I quite like Argentina. By Portugal, I meant the Iberian Empire. Where are you now? You still playing? Are you down there?
Yeah. I know. I keep chucking him in the sea.
Yeah. We're only getting a few maybe 1 frame per 2 seconds of updates on this, which is weird.
I'm gonna give up because
sure.
I think my rubbish connection is not doing very well.
Yeah, but that's just a quick preview anyway. So there's there'll be a video on that quite soon, and you can just go to that page. I'll just put it into the. Oh, that would be awesome. We could do a live stream and all play together. Does it support multiplayer? If you're all crowded around the same computer or the same iPhone or iPad, then yeah, but not. It doesn't have network multiplayer at the moment. It would be pretty great. We could do that via the Discord. If I figured out a good way to add that, then we could just do a Discord based game of this. That'd be nice. That would finally find a use for the at the pub channel on the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So catch the video soon. I was just gonna put in yeah, just go to that maftopia.com/gtt and you shall find it. But when you're playing it, do click the full screen button, because it makes it so much better. And like a tournament, that could be pretty cool. I think over time I'll maybe add in a leaderboard and things like that in there as well. That'd be kind of neat. But doing that is going to mean it'll need a centralized server to keep track of these things. Not totally sure if I want to bother to do that, to be honest. but it would be very neat. Maybe I should add Quadzilla as one of the player characters in there.
Yeah,
one of the nice. Computer player names. Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah. What am I thinking? How is Quadzilla not in there? Anyway, so we might be about done, I think.
Yeah, I think we should call it actually. Okay, let's do that. Right, thanks very much everyone for coming along. We'll be back tomorrow, so that'll be Friday, won't it? So thank you very much for coming along. Please do like and make sure you're subscribed and all that. Leave a comment if you're watching this later, and we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, take care. Thanks so much, Maff, for all what you've done, and we'll have a chat in a minute. All right, see you. Bye.
Cheers.